Hai semuanya, apa kabar? Jadi kembali lagi di live cookingnya Homemade Indonesia. Hari ini kita akan collab bareng Chef Jesse Houston. Dia itu dari Mississippi in the US. So I'm very excited to have him on. Hi Chef Alonso, how are you doing? So buat kalian semua yang udah gabung hari ini, thank you banget udah luangin waktu untuk kemari di Homemade Indonesia Live Cooking. Jadi hari ini kita akan masak sudden smothered catfish yang akan kita pairing dengan nasi uduk. Jadi kita langsung invite aja, Chef Jessie-nya sudah di sini. Oke. Hey. Kita masih menunggu ya. Kita tunggu dulu sebentar. Hey, Chef Jessie.
Hi, how are you?
How are you? I'm doing great. It's good to see you today.
Yeah, great to see you.
Yeah, just very thankful for you for making the time. I know you're very busy, and it's very late in the US right now. At your place is 11 p.m., but you still make the time. Like, I'm so honored.
For me, this isn't late. For me, this is about the time I'm getting off work and coming home anyway. So I'm a night owl usually with my hours. So
yeah, I'm so happy that our timing worked out perfectly.
right.
Yeah, so I'm getting ready to have lunch. So today I was telling the audience that we are going to make this sudden smothered catfish. If you have any introduction about the dish, and because I think it's an icon dish from Southern cooking. Is it? Do you have anything to say first before we get started?
Well, sure. So I'm originally from Texas, and I guess a lot of people consider that the South, but where I grew up in Dallas, it was its own little world. And so when I moved to Mississippi about 11 years ago, that was the first time I was really introduced to Southern cuisine.
Okay.
I call myself a born-again Southerner because even though I was part of the South, I didn't really know anything about Southern food. And so I started adopting it, learning as much as I could about it, cooking it all the time, and pouring myself into cookbooks, learning from some really great Southern chefs. And here in Mississippi, we raise a lot of catfish. We're known for our catfish. We've got huge catfish farms and ponds all over the Delta in Mississippi, and so that is that's an ingredient that's near and dear to a lot of people around here. And they, catfish, you can find them all over the world.
Oh, really?
So.
Actually, yeah, I had to comment on that. I think, all this time I really thought catfish is not a name of a fish. I just thought that it's really someone, disguising as who they think. I mean, like someone who is in disguise or something, like that's what you call catfish, right?
Right.
So it's just funny to know that actually catfish is a name. Definitely it's not very well known here because we don't have catfish, and I'm replacing it with the dory fillet that I can find here. But it's good that we actually learn about each other's culture through cooking and food. So I'm excited.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So shall we get to cooking now?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Okay.
So we're going to start the Creole tomato gravy first. It takes the longest. It's very simple, but it just needs to simmer for a while to meld all those flavors. Gravy is definitely something in the South that we are all very familiar with, and it comes in lots of different forms. Typically, it's Roux based, and a Roux is
what base? A Roux? Oh, Roux base. Okay.
Yeah, Roux. Roux. It's typically a fat, a lot of times butter and flour cooked together. And in the South, we have lots of different kinds of Roux, different levels of darkness, and develop all kinds of different flavors. But this one's just going to be a quick and easy blonde Roux. So
Wow, okay. So
I've
this is
got
a
my
roux. We're making a roux today. Awesome. Yeah.
so
Okay.
I've got my cast iron
Mm-hmm.
Dutch oven over here that I'm gonna get started. And I've got um, butter and bacon fat.
Okay.
You could use olive oil for this. You could use any kind of oil. But in the South, I
Okay.
think we use bacon fat and everything. We save it after cooking all the
Yeah.
bacon. But so
Okay.
we're gonna use both butter and bacon
Okay.
fat. It's about a quarter. It's yeah,
Okay,
basically
let
two
me grab
tablespoons of
mine.
each.
I just forgot my butter. Okay. Do we use a pan or a pot for this?
Butter.
Okay. Do we use do we use a pan?
What's that?
Do we use a pan?
A
Pan.
pan? Yeah, I've got my Dutch oven over here. Um,
Okay.
so you can use a
Okay.
pan
It's very
or a
hot.
pot or anything like that. But
Okay.
we're going to be making a decent volume of this gravy. So yeah, a pot's perfect for that.
Pot.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. Yep.
So I added my butter and my bacon fat. But like I said, you can use any sort of fat that you have, olive oil or
Okay.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, vegetable oil.
Okay.
And so I've just got that in the pot
Mm,
melting away.
okay. Just going to, yeah, make it hot. Okay.
Now, can you see my cutting board at all?
Your cutting board, not really.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't
Yeah.
change everything, but I can't see it either.
Mm-hmm.
So let me
Yeah.
see here.
Yeah, I think it's
That's
okay.
no
You
worries.
can just keep
Um,
cooking. Yep.
I've got everything kind of chopped and ready to go anyway. But
Mm-hmm.
once the everything is melted,
Okay.
then you want to put in chopped veggies. So what I have right here is what is known as the Trinity, the Creole Trinity. Um,
Mm-hmm.
diced onions, diced celery, and diced green bell pepper.
Yeah.
And is the foundation of a lot of Creole and Cajun cooking. So
Okay.
I'm going to put all of those
So
as a
bell
cup of each.
pepper, sorry,
What's that?
bell pepper, onion, and
Celery, onion, and green bell
celery,
pepper.
onion, and green bell pepper. Okay, that's the foundation. Okay, I learned
Yep.
something new today. Yeah, great.
So I'm going
Okay.
to pour that in there.
Okay, so we measure out. We have 1 cup of celery, 1 cup of bell pepper, and 1 cup of onion.
Yep, exactly.
Great, great. Okay.
So we're gonna kind of cook that over medium heat and let the vegetables sweat. They're going to
Mm-hmm.
get nice and soft without caramelizing, without
Yep.
developing any dark colors.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I may not have told you in the recipe that I gave you, but I'm going to add garlic to this because I just cannot see having something like this without some garlic in it. So
Okay. I will get my garlic real fast. You chop it? Yeah, I think I can just crush it. Yeah, I can do it.
yeah. And you don't need much. You can crush it, dice it, mince it. I like to slice it thin. Um,
Okay.
for me, when I see a dish like a braise or something that's got those little tiny slivers of thin garlic, to me that
Mm-hmm.
means someone's really putting a lot of love and attention to detail in food. Um, and
Yep.
I love seeing that in my stews and things like that. So
Okay, I see.
hmm?
Yeah. Actually, we use garlic so much in
Yeah,
Indonesian cooking, in Chinese cooking, in this, yeah. So I always have garlic in my house. Even, yeah.
yeah.
So it's great. Okay.
while that's cooking, I'm still dicing 4 cups of tomatoes. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
didn't, I didn't do all of that ahead of time, so I'm just gonna finish dicing while those are cooking. And like I said, you want to cook those vegetables nice and slow, not too
Okay.
high of a heat, so they can just kind of melt away in the butter and bacon fat.
Okay. So I didn't use any bacon fat
No, that's
because
fine.
I don't have it, but I'm excited. I think it's gonna taste just the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll be using 4 cups of diced tomatoes.
Yep.
Okay.
And here in the South in the summer, which in just a little bit for us, tomatoes are going to be everywhere, and a
Mm-hmm.
good tomato, there's nothing like it. So
Mm-hmm.
we grow lots and
Okay.
lots of varieties in the South.
Tomato. Yep. Okay, if you
Well,
can tell me what is so special about Southern cooking and how it is different from any other kind of cooking, if you can, yeah.
well, Southern cuisine, is really it goes back a long way, and it's really ingrained in. It's really got a lot of roots
Okay.
in places like Mississippi. Um,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of it is based in African American culture,
I
um,
see. Okay.
using what products they had to work with,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very very simple, very down to earth. We a lot of times we just call it home cooking, um,
Okay.
you know. But there's a lot of depth of flavor. In fact, just
Yep.
using the term Creole for a lot of this
Creole. Yeah.
really refers to sort of the mix of ethnicities and cultures and everything like that. So it's kind of a
Okay.
melting pot of backgrounds and flavors and all of that. Um,
Right. Wow.
so yeah,
That's amazing.
they
Yeah.
have
Wow.
we use what we have and what was sort of brought along with those that came before us, and
Mm-hmm.
you know
Yeah.
we make a lot of delicious stuff from it.
Oh, wow.
but
That's amazing. Yeah, it sounds
yeah,
great. Yeah. Actually, it's very fun to learn that. Actually, through cooking, we can learn so much about cultures,
right,
about people's habits, and just the way they live. It's actually very exciting to
yeah,
know that. Yeah, even Southern cooking has a lot of history in that.
a lot of
So,
history, and
yeah.
you know, a lot of people think of Southern food as really heavy and fattening and all of that kind of stuff. And I mean, yes, we do
Yeah.
use flour and butter and bacon fat and all of those kinds of things to add
Mm-hmm.
flour because that's what we have laying around. But there's a lot of vegetables in Southern
Yep.
food, tons of vegetables. I mean, from mains
Yes.
to side dishes to the condiments and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Pickles, relishes,
Mm-hmm.
everything. We use a lot of vegetables, and it's not all
Okay.
deep
Yeah.
fried.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not just
Okay.
about the fried chicken and the fried catfish and the fried green tomatoes and
Uh-huh.
fried okra and all those things. There's
Yeah,
a lot of really
that's true.
healthy things as well and light.
That's true. I would say the same about Indonesian cooking. So people who basically come to Indonesia will say that, actually they fry everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we have it's very famous. It's called gorengan. Goreng is fried. So gorengan is basically everything fried, like from tofu, tempeh. Do you happen to know tempeh? Yeah,
I
tempeh.
mean, uh, so I'm a fat
Yeah.
kid, and I love junk food
Yeah.
and fried stuff. So you're talking my language,
Okay.
but
Oh,
I love
yeah.
I love light stuff as well. So
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I have to come in the defense of Indonesian food. You can say that, yeah, we fry a lot, but at the same time we use so much spices. And if you haven't Google it right now, I think spices have health benefits like turmeric. Turmeric we use it with almost everything except for nasi uduk, of course. But
yeah,
then there are just so many, like almost all of the traditional Indonesian dishes always come with turmeric, ginger, galangal. So, like
right.
yeah, we kind of like get the health side from all the spices. So, yeah, it's
Yeah,
very convenient.
I love trying new spices and varieties um, and flavors and all that kind of stuff from all over the world. So many colors and interesting
Mm-hmm.
flavors. But speaking of spices,
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and add some spices to my onions and peppers and celery
Yep.
and garlic. I'm going to add salt and pepper. I've got a half a
Salt and
teaspoon
pepper.
of
Okay.
each. Finely ground black pepper. I use kosher salt. You can use any kind of salt,
Yep.
really. Sea salt or even table salt if you want. Just taste it. Make sure that it's not too salty for you. Um,
Yep.
One of the good things about cooking your vegetables in the beginning with salt is that it
Mm-hmm.
helps draw out all of the moisture from the vegetables and allows it to continue simmering and
Yep.
melting sort of soft and smoothly. But then I'm
Okay.
also going to add Creole spice.
Okay.
Creole spice is a blend of all different kinds of spices.
Yeah.
Here you can make your own, but everybody uses Tony Chachere's. Um,
Okay.
it's famous around here, and for the longest time, I was so opposed to it, and I don't even know why. It was just like it felt like I have to make everything from scratch, and here's this seasoning that everybody uses like it's a crutch or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
now I really don't cook any sort of Cajun or Creole food, and I use it in a lot of Southern food as well.
Yeah.
But it's a fantastic blend. It's got some heat, some salt. Um,
Yeah.
it's got, I think, some clove and maybe some celery seed and things like that in it. So there's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
flavor for sure
Yeah.
in this Creole spice.
Yeah. Wow. So the Creole spice, I made it myself. So I mixed cayenne pepper and also just trying to tell the audience what Creole spice is. So, um, wow. See, I forgot. Black pepper and okay, you gotta help me out here. Garlic powder.
Yeah, so
Creole
probably garlic
spice. Yeah.
powder,
Okay.
onion
You
powder,
tell them.
celery, salt, maybe a little bit of
Mm-hmm.
clove,
Yeah.
definitely that cayenne pepper and black pepper for sure.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Wow,
let's see
with
what Tony
that, the
says here.
Creole seasoning, it's amazing. I mean, it really brings up the flavor. It smells
Yeah.
very different now. My vegetable
Oh yeah.
smells amazingly delicious. Mm.
So are your vegetables nice and soft right now?
So, sorry?
Are your vegetables nice and soft? Or are they getting
Yeah,
um,
they are getting softer, but I would not say that my celery are 100%
no
soft, like really
worries.
soft that way.
So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to add some fresh herbs to this now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think I told you. I think my recipe that I have. I told you fresh time or dried thyme, but I have some really
Mm-hmm.
beautiful fresh thyme. So
Yep.
I've got some, and I've got bay leaves because you suggested bay leaves for the rice
Yeah.
later. So what I'm going to do
Yeah.
is I'm going to take
You want to toss it in.
the bay leaves and the thyme. I'm actually going
Mm-hmm.
to tie them up with kitchen twine, and I'm
Yep.
going to throw them in the pot to let them sort of add their own characteristics and flavors to the mix. Um,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Awesome.
but
So actually, I did the Creole seasoning with
uh-huh.
thyme. So do I need to add more thyme right now, or is it
Yeah, you can.
fine?
In my opinion, you can never have enough time, and that's uh,
Okay.
literally and figuratively.
Okay, of course. Yeah. So time added.
All right.
So at this point, you haven't added your tomatoes, right?
Nope, not yet. Very soon. So I've got
Okay.
my little bundle here of bay leaf and thyme. I'm not going to add it just yet because my vegetables are getting pretty soft. And what I'm going to do to start the roux that we talked about earlier, which is that combination of fat and flour, I'm going to go ahead and put my flour in there and let it
Yeah.
thicken like a paste.
Okay. So how much flour do you put in there?
I believe that's a quarter of a cup. It's usually 1-to-1 fat to
Okay.
flour. So, if your recipe calls for, 1 cup of fat, it's probably going to be 1 cup of flour as well. But this one is a quarter
Okay.
cup. I'm
Quarter
going to mix
cup.
that flour in there nicely. Um, so I really can't see it, but as you can see right now, the vegetables are really thickening up. The paste
So
is starting to form.
flour goes in there.
Mm-hmm.
Flour.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Sorry. Sometimes I think I'm not sure. Just checking. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so it's in
Okay.
there, and I'm just gonna stir it away. I don't want the flour to burn. I've actually lowered my heat a little bit more, but I do want to cook the sort of raw flour taste out of it. So it's gonna go just for another minute or so. Um,
Okay.
mhm.
Great. Smells amazing. Hmm. Okay, I think we have a question. Seth Popo. She's basically asking, do you use sage?
Yeah, I
We,
use sage. I use sage all the time. I primarily use sage in the fall, where I use a lot of fresh sage, and with brown butter and some lemon, and whether butternut squash or pumpkin or those different fall
hmm
flavors. But if I'm braising, beef, whether it's short ribs or oxtails or something like that, I think sage is a great uh,
Yeah.
um, ingredient to add to that to bring
Ingredient.
a sort of depth of flavor. And of course, it's always good with poultry, roasted chicken and turkey and all that
Yes.
stuff. But for
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
for me, sage is a
absolutely.
very fall flavor.
hmm See, actually, sage is very seasonal. In our country, we don't grow sage. We import sage, so it's
Yeah.
very seasonal. It's
hmm
not there all the time. Yeah. So yeah, I don't usually use sage unless it comes in like a dry sage. Then
Right.
then I
Yeah.
can yeah. But
But
so far, I haven't seen dry sage yet. So I don't use it much. Yeah.
all right. Well, pretty soon we're gonna add the tomatoes. The tomatoes have a lot of water in them, and so
Mm-hmm.
they are going to sort of start breaking down and forming the gravy
Yeah.
when we add them. So I'm just about there.
Yeah.
So the
Okay.
important part right now is just cooking out the raw flour flavor.
Okay, I see.
Now I know we're not like tasting this right now, but um, kind of just get a knack for when it's ready.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
just about.
Yeah.
Um,
I think my pot is pretty dry right now. Is it what we want?
it's
Like,
you said it's brown.
uh, no, my pot is dry.
Oh, dry. Yeah, yes. It's going to be dry
Yeah.
right now for sure. That
Okay.
flour really absorbed a lot of that. It absorbed the fat, and it also absorbed the moisture that was coming out of the vegetables. That's why it's kind
Okay.
of dry and pasty like. But when we
I
add
see.
moisture to it, it's going to start to thicken up and form a gravy. So yeah, we're going to add the 4 cups of tomatoes now.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear it sizzle right away because of all the liquid that's in it.
Oh yeah. Mine took a few seconds later to sizzle, so I was questioning like, am I doing it right? But now it's sizzling, so we're good.
Now, if tomatoes aren't in season near you, you could definitely use canned tomatoes for this.
Mhm.
In the summer, especially in the South, we will have such an excess of tomatoes
Mhm.
that in order to preserve them and have them later for the winter and
I
everything,
see.
we'll can them ourselves. So,
Okay. Mhm. Okay. So do we leave them to cook right now?
yep. Uh huh. So
Yeah.
my pot is still on kind of a low heat. Um,
Okay.
and you can see it's like medium low, but you can see
Okay.
the moisture starting to come out of the tomatoes a little bit.
I'm just going to transfer it to the other pan. Okay. So we can
Mhm.
move on to the next. Yep.
Yep. All right. Um,
Okay. Okay. Um, do we cover it? Do we cover the pot or we just leave it?
oh no, we don't want to cover it. You can cover it later after we add the milk and things like that to it. But we want to give the tomatoes a chance to break down and release
Okay.
all of their liquid right now
Okay. That's
first.
great. Okay.
Sure.
Awesome. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
But oh, I say in the meantime we can start working on your stuff.
Yeah, sure. Wow, I'm excited. Okay, so now we're going to we're going to cook nasi uduk. In that case, you need a pot. So nasi uduk is rice, Indonesian traditional rice cooked with coconut milk and lemongrass, galangal. What else? Kaffir lime leaves and also bay leaves. So
Oh,
basically, it's just like
say the name
yeah.
of it again. Say the name of it again.
Okay. Okay, so it's lemongrass,
No, no,
kaffir
no.
lime
The
leaves.
name of the name of the dish.
Okay, nasi uduk.
Nasi
Nasi uduk.
Udu.
Yeah.
Nasi Udu.
Yeah, it's nasi uduk.
Okay.
Yeah, you you definitely eat it with side dish
Yeah.
usually. So I think that's why it pairs really well with your dish. Yeah, so basically the ingredients is just what I said, lemongrass, lime leaves, and also bay leaves and galangal. That's it. But the traditional way of cooking it is that we put it in a pot with the coconut milk. We just stir it, we cover it with the coconut milk until it is dry, and then we transfer it to the steamer. So we don't cook it in the pot. You can use rice cooker, but the traditional way that I'm going to show today is just like we are going to use pot and then steamer. For your case, because you don't have a steamer to work with, what I suggest is that you add as much coconut milk as you need to just, just cook it just like a normal way of cooking rice in a pot. Yeah. So maybe the audience will see that this is like the traditional way of doing it. So what we want in the end is the nasi. Nasi is rice. So the rice should be moist. So it doesn't clump together. It is individual, but it's moist. Yeah, and it's very fragrant and aromatic. So let's get to
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So I
Okay.
think
So,
even in my dish, you could use coconut milk instead of regular milk, and you could use probably instead of the Creole spice, you could use Indonesian spices, and it would turn out really well. So
yeah,
yeah,
that's amazing. Actually, for your Creole spice, this is why I made like a homemade Creole spice, right? But I actually did substitute the cayenne pepper with just chili powder because we cannot find cayenne. So basically, your ingredient works perfectly with Indonesian ingredients. Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah,
awesome.
I'm excited. Yeah. Okay. So at first we want our rice. Okay. At this point, I think I have to move the camera closer. Okay. Just give me a second here. Okay. How is it? How is it looking?
Great.
Good. Yeah. Okay. So I have 1 cup of rice, which I already wash and rinse. Yeah. Um, and also I have, just because I'm using the steamer, I'm gonna go with just 1 cup of coconut milk. Okay. Wait, just give me some moment. Okay. So I'm going to start putting
I gotta
everything in the,
open my can here.
yeah. So I think for you, you can start with the coconut milk in the pan, and
Okay.
then you can just put in everything. Our ingredients, they are lemongrass, 2 bay leaves, 1 kaffir lime leaf, and also fresh galangal. Yeah, what we're going to do with this lemongrass is we're going to crush the end of it. Just,
Okay.
yeah, crush
I've got
it. Yeah, with a knife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here,
And
let
for
me.
you, yeah, and for you it's very
There we
easy.
go.
You just put all the ingredients together in the pot and you start cooking it, just like you cook normal rice in a pot.
So you're saying
Yeah,
just smash it, huh?
yeah, just like that. Sorry, smash, not crush. Okay, okay,
This sucker's
so,
tough.
oh, really? Okay, is it room temperature?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So,
Oh, there we go. Now it's crushing.
okay,
Should have
uh-huh.
peeled off a few layers.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Mhm.
sorry about that.
No. There we go.
Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add 1 cup of my coconut milk.
Uh huh.
Make sure that it's not coconut cream because coconut cream will be too thick. The consistency is too thick.
Yeah.
So, if you have coconut cream, you can mix it with water.
No, I've
Yeah, but if
definitely
you
got the
have
coconut
coconut milk,
milk
then
here.
yeah, then it will be perfect. So for you, I think it's around 2.5 cups or 2 cups to 2.5. Really
Yeah.
depends on how much rice you cook. And I'm going to put in my 1 cup of rice. See, I already washed and rinsed it into the pan. So I'm going to add 2 bay leaves, 1 kaffir lime leaf, lemongrass, and also my fresh galangal. So everything goes into the pan. I'm gonna do medium heat this because I want to coat everything. I'm gonna cook until it's dry, and I'm going to transfer it to the steamer. So I think in that case, I'm just gonna go high heat. Yeah.
Okay, so in the coconut milk, you have, is it 2 bay leaves?
2 bay leaves,
1 kaffir lime
one
leaf?
kaffir lime leaf, and also 1 lemongrass.
And we
That
haven't
you
put the
just
rice in yet, right?
you put the rice in already.
No, I didn't. Did you?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Okay,
Mine
so
is
I had my
already
rice. All right, cool.
covered. Yeah, for you it's also the same. I think it's just to, yeah, start cooking.
Okay.
So something like this. Yep. Don't forget your fresh galangal.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead
Yep.
and add the thyme and bay leaf and milk to my tomatoes.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah,
Mhm.
they're getting ready for that.
You
The
say
tomatoes.
thyme and bay leaf and milk. Okay. So don't forget your salt. You want you want around 2 pinches of salt
Okay.
into your rice. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
I'm
Can I
gonna
can
do
I
it 2 pinch.
can I salt bay it?
Yeah, sure. Go
All right. Just
ahead.
making sure.
Okay.
I don't know if that's scientific or not, but
Okay. Show me what you got, Chef Jesse.
what's that?
Show me what you got. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, just to make sure, I'm gonna keep stirring. And okay, tomato. I'm going to add milk. 1 cup of milk, right?
Yeah, I added the milk 1 cup and my thyme and bay leaf.
Okay. I added the thyme earlier.
Yes, that's what you would want to do with the dried stuff. Is add it early on with the spices, so it can kind of soften up. But since I was using the fresh
Okay.
one, I'm adding it now that I've
So,
got all this liquid in here.
okay.
And we're just gonna let it simmer for a while. And if it starts to ever look like it's too thick, we can adjust that. Maybe add water or chicken stock, or maybe even more milk, depending on depending on how it's looking. So, but right now it's
Okay.
looking really good.
Yep.
So I'm just keeping it on sort of a medium-low heat to just kind of simmer. And I've got my rice working here. I made it turn up the
Okay.
temperature. I'm gonna turn the temperature of my rice. Your rice is looking pretty steamy over here. Let me see.
Okay. Yeah. I think you just cook it like you cook your normal rice. Yeah. But mine is, I just want to dry up my rice before I transfer it to the steamer. So, looking great right now. Yeah. Just give me a couple more minutes, maybe 2, 1 to
Okay.
2,
Yeah.
and I transfer it, and we can work on the fish.
Well, I think in the meantime,
Starting to come
I need to
together.
make
Yeah.
myself another beverage. So, I mean, it is my
What do
day
you?
off. It is my day off.
Okay. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Go ahead. Show us what you drink.
Do you have in Indonesia? Do you have like a spirit that is made there, like that's famous,
What spirit?
like
Spirit?
alcohol? Like
Yeah, it's called Bintang Star,
okay,
British Star. Yeah,
what is
we
that?
had it. The brand is called Bintang, but
Okay,
Bintang actually means star in English.
what is
So
it
we
made
have
with?
that. Oh, I thought you were asking me about the brand. So what you were asking actually was, is there a certain drink that we make out of alcohol? Not that I know of. Actually, we
Okay,
adapt so much from cocktail recipe, but
yeah,
I don't think it is traditionally Indonesian. Yeah.
okay. But you use gin a lot?
Gin?
Yeah, is that what you
No,
said?
we actually use arak a lot. Arak is more like rum.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah,
having here actually. It's a
yeah.
little rum and coke
Oh,
action,
wow.
but
Okay.
yeah,
I
but
have some leftover rum. Actually, from last week, we were doing a live. Um, so we were baking arak baba. If you know ram baba is like French dessert, but
okay.
we were using Indonesian ingredients. So we use arak instead of rum. Yeah.
Oh goodness, my
So
rice here is come to a
yeah,
boil, so I'm gonna turn it down to
yeah.
simmer
So
here.
okay, so I'm almost see this is like the final look of my rice before I transfer it. So I just wanted so this is it. This
Okay.
is how it looks. Yeah,
Oh
so
wow.
now I'm going to transfer it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm going to transfer it to a steamer and then we're gonna let it cook. So we have a big steamer over here. Just gonna transfer it real fast and yeah.
Trying to check out the steamer action you've got here.
You want to check out the steamer? Okay, I'm just
Yeah.
going to show you this in a moment. Okay, so we don't put the rice onto a bowl or anything, just directly into the steamer. This is what the steamer looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Did it
this is
have like
already
holes at the
placed.
bottom so the rice can steam?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. They must be very
yeah,
fine holes.
yeah,
Okay, cool.
fine holes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm going to do it at the gas, so we have a burner to work with. Excuse me for 1 minute.
Hmm.
Okay.
I'm starting to see a few of my friends join. Hey guys.
Oh, oh yeah.
Funny, I mentioned booze and the pinup song has joined.
Oh no, my gas is not working. I
Oh,
have
your
no
gas is not
gas to
working?
work with.
Oh
Yes.
no.
Oh no, it's okay. Just we're gonna be done with the tomato. How long does it take?
Oh, this is starting to get there. It's really actually looking really great. Let me see if I can bring this over here
Okay.
now. Show you guys. Um, so
I'm so sorry about that.
don't be sorry with anything.
Oh, my gas is always working, and today is not.
I'm gonna give mine a little taste to see where it is flavor wise,
Okay.
but
But when we're done with the tomato, then I'll just steam it. So doesn't matter.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're not going to taste it right away anyway. So, yeah, I can just see yours. I can just see yours. How is your rice doing?
How's my
Any
rice doing?
difference?
It is just very, very, very gently kind of bubbling, but
Okay.
it smells so good with the coconut and the kefir and the lime and everything like that. It
Yeah.
smells amazing. Um,
Wow, great. Yep.
yeah.
So,
So
are you sure you don't want to cover it? I think at this point you might want to cover it. You
what
might want to cover
the
your
tomatoes,
rice.
the
Your
rice?
rice.
Oh yes, I already covered my rice. Yes.
Oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I
After
thought,
it
yeah,
came
I
to a
thought.
boil, I put the lid on and let it just
Yeah,
kind of gently do its
yeah.
thing.
I'm so sorry I didn't give you that instruction.
Oh no, no, it's fine.
Okay. So, yeah, I think we can just continue with the fish and then we'll go back to the rice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I tasted my tomato gravy. It's looking
Mm-hmm.
really good,
Yeah, mine is
but
looking really good, but
I think it could use a little something, honestly. Um, it's
a
got
little
nice.
what?
What's that?
What do you want
I
to
think it
add?
could use a little something. It's
Okay.
got a nice background kit. It's nice and creamy. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I think honestly, even with all the tomatoes, that it could use a little bit of acidity. Um,
Uh-huh.
so I'm gonna put just a dash of hot sauce in it because
Hot sauce.
we
Yeah.
love our hot sauce
Wow.
here, and everybody's got
Amazing.
a favorite brand.
Smells so good.
And I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
add just a little bit of Worcestershire sauce to it as well.
Okay.
I think
Yeah, how
that
much?
like the depth and the umami from the Worcestershire sauce
Mm-hmm.
will add a little something. So just
Mm-hmm.
a couple dashes of hot sauce, one dash of Worcestershire sauce.
Okay. I'm gonna
Oh
get
yeah, that's
mine.
oh man, that smells so good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm using Tabasco.
You have
Tabasco.
Tabasco? Perfect. Awesome.
Really? Okay. And I like it hot, so
Yeah.
let's do it. Stay sick well, so let's check. So amazing. Amazing. So
right. How long
Smells great.
does your rice take in the steamer?
I think it's around 15.
Okay.
15.
Do you have it
Yeah.
on the induction burner now?
No. Because okay, my induction burner is actually not doing anything. I'm sorry.
Oh
I
no.
yeah. Okay, I thought we were going with the fish, so okay, I'm just going to start cooking now. Okay. Sorry about the noise. What is this noise? Okay, so hmm, my sauce smells amazing.
What's that?
My sauce smells amazing.
Yeah. Mine
Yeah.
does too. It tastes really good as well. It's a little hot,
Uh-huh.
so
Yeah.
but it tastes really good.
Yeah.
Checking my rice here. It's coming along.
So how long still do we need to cook the sauce?
What's that?
Are we still going to cook the sauce?
One more time.
I mean, is the tomato done? Is the
Yes.
gravy done?
Yeah,
It's
it's
done?
pretty much done. It could
Okay.
now would be a good time to kind of put a little lid on it and just let it kind of steep in there. Um,
Sorry. Just leave it?
oh, what I did was I just put a lid on it and just kind of I'm gonna let it stay hot and steep and just kind of meld those flavors for a little while.
Okay.
Yeah,
So we're gonna
um,
pop a lid on it.
sometimes the longer that it goes, the better the better it comes out.
Yeah, the
So
better it tastes.
yeah,
Okay.
no need to rush it.
Okay. Okay.
And
It
but
looks amazing.
I am getting a big cast iron skillet really hot for the catfish.
Okay. Now I don't have a burner to work with.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Whenever your rice is done, we can just
Yeah.
yeah. But
I think yeah. Mhm.
your tomato gravy is done too, right?
Yeah, my tomato gravy is done.
Okay.
Looking good. Um, you know what? If you don't mind, let me check if I have some leftover rice. Oh, which I think I did, but I don't apparently.
That's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Just wait, where is okay. Unfortunately, I don't.
That
I
rice
don't.
smells so good.
Oh, really?
Oh my gosh.
I really hope you like it. Okay. Nasi Uduk malam ada. Okay. I have no luck with the leftover rice. I don't have it.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So you
If you
said something
manage to get some
about
yeah,
fried shallots.
yeah, fried salads. I have them fried already. This is
Okay.
called bawang goreng. Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you seen it before?
Yes, I love fried shallots. I have a market where I can buy some, and I love to make my own as well. So, I don't have any already ready to go. So I guess I'll make some real quick.
Okay.
So, I've got some shallots here.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. There's another incident. My cable just kind of burned itself. Wow. What is wrong? I'm so sorry about it.
No,
It
don't be
never
sorry.
happened before. Yeah. Oh. Feels
So I've got.
give
I'm just
up.
gonna shave these shallots on my mandolin here because.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think I'm just going to move my burner while you're doing the shallot.
Okay.
Okay. Hmm? Okay.
What kind of oil do you fry your shallots in?
I use coconut oil,
Oh wow.
light one. I don't use VCO. It's yeah. I mean you can use canola
Sure.
or any vegetable oil.
Do you have a lot of coconuts in your cuisine?
Yes, I do. So much.
Yeah. Do you have coconut trees everywhere? Palm trees?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do.
That's
It's
awesome.
right outside. It's right in my front yard.
Oh, that's awesome. I got to an amazing experience of getting to live in Tulum in the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico, and we had coconut palms everywhere.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, we
Sounds
got to eat a
really.
lot of great coconut in our food there. Um,
That sounds great. Wow. How is the weather in the south?
oh,
Yang baru. Minta maaf
it's
nih.
whatever it wants to be. Uh,
Oh,
it's
okay.
it can literally go from freezing
Mm-hmm.
one day, literally snow. When we get, it's rare we get snow. We got some snow this year. We had a crazy winter storm. It can go from snow one day
Mm-hmm.
to 80 degrees the next day to
I
hurricanes
see.
and tornadoes, and it's all over the
Okay.
place. And then in the
Is it
summer, it's
okay?
really really really
Uh-huh.
really hot
Okay.
and humid and
Okay. If you say hot, I don't know. If you've been to Indonesia, maybe you don't find it that hot. Yeah. This is really hot. Like every day is hot
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Well, I'm ready to book my plane ticket now. Come visit.
Oh, okay. Oh, you love it hot. Okay, I see. Yeah, I know. I mean, is it so the weather, is it so much like something in New York?
In like New York?
Yeah, is it
Oh no
like
no no
New
no.
York?
No, we call it that. Those, those are Yankees.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we
I
don't.
see.
We're nothing like them.
Okay. No, because no, what I was trying to do is that because I've been there, so I know what the weather is like. It was one day really hot, and then the next it was just really cold. So
Yeah.
just trying to get a picture of what it's like in the south, you know. Okay, sorry about that. I think now I have one induction burner to work with at one time. I don't know why. I think I'm going to cook the gravy on the other side, just so that doesn't burn again. Yeah.
Well, I'm getting my shallots in the
Mm-hmm.
oil. And do you start them in cold oil, right?
Yeah. No, no. Actually, you want more oil. You want deep fry, and then you want it to be uh, you want it to cover the shallots,
Mm-hmm.
and you want it hot. So
You want the oil
you
hot
want
when you
hot
put the
oil.
shallots in?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
well, I've already messed up then. I started mine in room temperature oil.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about
No,
that. Yeah.
I think they'll come out all right.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm taking so much of your time. You know, it's really wow. With everything today, I'm just so sorry. I screwed up.
No, everything's perfect. Everything is perfect. I'm having a great time.
Yeah, thank you. I'm
So
so thankful that
this is a
you're a
really
night
good way to
owl.
spend a day off. Let me tell you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why I'm happy you're a night owl. Okay.
I don't
So,
like going out. I'm a I'm an extroverted
Mm-hmm.
introvert. I don't want to go out and party. I'd rather stay home and, you know, have good
Oh,
friends and
really?
conversation and cook and do the things I love. So, no, this is perfect.
Oh, wow. That's great. Actually, I am an extrovert, but three of my best friends, they are introvert. So, so I have really learned so much over this pandemic, because we became really close during these 2 years. So
Yeah,
I have come to understand so much about being an introvert.
right. No,
Yeah.
the pandemic has only allowed me to be who I am,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yeah.
it's made it
Yeah.
acceptable to be introverted and just stay at
Yeah.
home. You know,
Yeah, you don't get bothered, right?
right? Exactly. I can just be me.
Yeah, but
So
it's just fun to finally be able to see you and to talk to you, like even through text. You don't really talk much. So I was texting you back and forth, and Chef Jessie has been giving me response like yes or no, or one word or two words. Oh, that was killing me, I tell you. I was trying to figure out who is this Chef Jessie, like how can I get to know you more? And yeah, I'm happy that we did this.
yeah.
Okay.
So my shallots are frying very nicely right
Yeah.
now. Um, I'm actually gonna turn it down just a hair. They're frying away. Let me check my rice. It's probably pretty close. I don't see any more.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit of bubbles and things.
Okay.
Um,
Let me see.
hmm It's looking good, but it's looking. My rice is looking kind of creamy.
Okay, I see.
hmm
How creamy is it?
Pretty creamy, but it's very delicious.
Oh wow. I'm so happy to
You said
hear
yours is supposed
that.
to be light and fluffy, right?
Yeah, can
With
I
the
see
steamer.
it? Is it? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No, it's supposed to be moist. It's not supposed to be like very dry.
Oh no, it's
Um,
not dry at all. Here, look.
oh, it looks perfect.
Does it? You sure?
It looks perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, sure.
it tastes good.
I think what you can do is that if you're not really sure, you just put the lid on and then just let it sit there for
Yeah.
another 15 to 20.
I think it needs a little
Yeah.
more salt though. I didn't pinch enough.
Okay.
I
I'm
didn't
going to
salt
stop
bay enough.
eating again. Okay. Okay, you can do it now. Okay, so I'm just trying to cover um let me see if there are some questions and oh many people say hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, hello. And okay, I'm just making sure. A huge fan of the Forerunner.
Oh.
Could you give me a rundown on your recipe for your seared steak on a skillet whenever you get a chance?
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. So, um, about the Forerunner, um,
Yeah. What about that?
I'm not really sure. I may have blown the engine today.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. It just kind of died on me. So I'm gonna have it towed to a mechanic and have it looked at. You know, it is
Mm-hmm.
20 something years old, so uh, I'm a
I
little bummed
see.
about it. But I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic that it's something silly and nothing too crazy. But seared steak. Um,
Seared steak.
yeah, I think it's very important to get the steak, no matter what kind of steak you have, whether it's a fillet or ribeye or New York strip loin. The ribeye and the New York strip loins are some of my favorites. To get those close to room temperature,
Mm-hmm.
and then salt the ever living heck out of it. You can almost not have too much salt because, especially if it's a
Yep.
nice thick steak, that's you're not going to get the seasoning in the center of it. So really give it a really good crust of salt and pepper,
Okay.
and get a cast iron skillet super hot.
Super hot. Yeah.
I love to cook over charcoal, and sometimes I will put the skillet directly on the coals to make sure it gets very hot. And then
Mm-hmm.
uh, once the cast iron is super hot, you've got some good oil in there. You want to use something like canola oil and maybe even grapeseed oil, something with a very high smoking point.
Smoking point.
not
Yep.
olive oil. And then you want to put your steak down. And I use a lot of times a bacon press or something to press that steak down to make sure it gets really, really good contact with the hot pan and get a very good sear on it. Once that's done, probably, depending on the size of your steak, probably at least 3 minutes, I'll flip it over to the other side.
Yeah.
At that point, I may press, depending on what kind of steak it is. I may not. But after a couple of minutes, I'll throw in some butter, some fresh thyme, some garlic cloves, or a whole head of garlic cut in half in there, and I'll start using a spoon to baste it with the melting butter and infusing with all the flavors. And if it's fall, I will definitely use lots of sage to baste my steak in. Until it's the desired temperature. Probably no more than another 5 minutes or so, depending on what kind of steak it is and how thick it is. But yeah, a lot of heat. A lot of salt and pepper. And basting it, I think that's really good. And then, of course, letting it rest for a while before you start slicing into it, so it stays nice and juicy and red, depending on the temperature you want it to cook at. So
that's true. Yeah, right. Wow, I always love a good steak. You just said, we actually so we actually made steak. I think I showed you the picture, right? We actually made an Irish steak that pairs with rendang sauce. Yeah. So that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, next time, I was trying to figure out what I could do that would be, Southern, but I'm doing a lot of live fire cooking. Maybe next time we could do something where we do a nice, thick piece of meat, a steak or something like that, and do it over coals or something.
Yeah, it would be my honor.
Yeah, you'll have to stay up late so I can do it early.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? Are you sure? I think morning is your thing. So let's stick to this time of the
I don't want to cook I don't want to cook outside in the dark.
Yeah, my rice is looking nice. I think it's almost done. Can I see your gravy? Can I see your gravy to know whether I'm doing it right?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah. So it's almost, because of the milk and the tomatoes, it's almost kind of like a orangish, pinkish color.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, good. Mine is a little thick, so I think I'm gonna add just a little bit of water to make it a little bit, just a little bit thinner. It still needs to be a little thick because it is gravy, but we want it to, we want it to flow nicely. So just like I said, you can use water, you can use chicken stock, you can even add more milk. But I think I've got the flavor where I want it, so I'm just gonna thin it out just a little bit.
I think mine is is it supposed to be so much water? What do you think?
Yours is very watery?
Yeah, what do you think?
You added the milk already?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. It could be that your tomatoes were much juicier than mine.
Yeah, maybe.
Did you use fresh? Did you use fresh tomatoes or canned tomatoes?
Fresh tomatoes.
Okay. No, that's awesome. Yours must have been riper. Mine were. They look really ripe, but unfortunately, in the States, they can be very deceiving, especially when they're not in season. They may look very red, but when you cut into them, they could be kind of a little bit white on the inside. And mine were not super ripe. I'll be honest with you. So yours might have just been more ripe than mine.
Okay, so what do I do? Like, do I adjust it?
Well, like I said, I thinned mine out a little bit. Oh, goodness. Check on my shallots real quick. Sorry, I'm frying my shallots in the...
Okay.
I turned up the temperature. I think I turned it up a little too quickly. Sorry. Okay. So, let's see.
I think my rice is pretty much done. Yep.
Nice.
Oh,
See, it's very
okay.
kind of thick and gravy-ish. So if yours is super thin
Okay.
and watery and more like soup, then you may just need to cook for a little bit longer.
Okay. Or do I add flour? No.
What's that?
I don't add flour.
No, you wouldn't want to add flour at this
Okay.
point because then you would have that raw flour taste. There are other
Okay.
ways. There are other ways of thickening up. You could use cornstarch, a little cornstarch slurry,
Yeah.
or you could actually cook in a separate pan, flour and butter, and make a separate roux, but you have to cook out
Okay.
the raw flour flavor. And then once that you have that roux, just the fat and the flour cooked out, you could add little bits of the roux at a time to thicken it up.
Okay. So do you think I should go with the cornstarch slurry? Because I
Yes.
can do it now. Awesome. Yeah.
That's easier.
That is easier, definitely. We use so much cornstarch around here.
All right, my fried shallots are done. They're not going to be as pretty as yours.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I think yours is gonna be
I was
prettier.
taking my time with them, and then I rushed them.
Oh, okay.
So I think they'll still be tasty though.
Okay. Of course. I think my rice is about done as well, so it's perfect. I'm gonna add some things.
Okay. So now that
I think with the cornstarch now it's perfect. Yeah. I think this is the right consistency. What do you think?
Yes, there you go. That looks a lot like mine.
Yay.
Okay.
So do I keep cooking it or do I leave
Nope.
it?
You can leave it now.
We're done?
Yep.
Yay.
Mine's just hanging out as well. I put a lid on it so it stays nice and my rice is done. So now all I have to do is cook the catfish.
Done, yeah, let's do it.
Okay. All right. Let me get
just,
catfish.
Okay.
Kept that in the fridge.
Ah, my rice is done. Looks pretty.
All right. Let me see your rice.
Okay, still very hot. Just. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's done. Okay. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, let me just give a closer look.
All right. So I've got a couple of catfish fillets here. This is raised by some people I know pretty well from Simmons Catfish Farm in Mississippi. And I've been using their catfish and only their catfish for a very, very long time because I really think that there is none better.
I see. Do they farm it themselves?
Yes, they do.
Raise it. Okay. Awesome.
So salt, pepper.
Okay.
You could put some of your creole spice on them.
Creole spice. Okay.
Yep. I'm going to use some stuff from my friends at Spiceology. It's called their black magic.
Black magic sauce.
Well, it's a seasoning. It's similar. It's very similar to Creole spice, but not as intense in terms of salt and things like that. So I'm going to blacken it. See how red my catfish is now. Do not do this.
Wow.
Yeah, do not do that with Creole spice though, because it'll be way too salty.
Okay.
Just a very, if you're using Creole spice, very light.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to season it with salt and pepper and some Creole spice, right?
Yes.
On both sides. I have some leftover Creole spice.
Yeah. I'm so proud of you for making your own. That's awesome.
You sent me the recipe.
Oh,
thanks to you.
Still.
Yeah. Okay. Now the other side. Do you pat the salt into the fish? No?
Yeah, I did. I did it with mine for sure.
Okay.
These crispy shallots are good. Mine are.
Yeah.
They're a little dark, but they've got that really good.
Dark.
They really got that really good like umami, meaty flavor to them. So
Indonesian food is all about crispy shallot. Like you
Oh,
eat
man.
crispy shallot with everything. Yeah, chicken satay. Have you heard of satay?
Yeah.
Yeah, we pair it even with crispy shallot. Just crispy shallot on top of everything. Okay. Pretty done here. I'm going to heat up my pan, I suppose.
Yeah, get your pan very, very hot.
Okay.
The last thing we
Now
want.
this doesn't take long. Yeah.
Last thing we want is the fish to stick. So we want it very, very hot.
Okay. Do we put oil?
Once it gets really hot, then yeah, we'll add a good amount of oil.
Okay.
We're gonna kind of pan fry them.
Okay. What oil are you using?
Olive
oil?
Canola is good. I'm sure your coconut oil will be perfect for this.
Yeah, I have some here. Okay.
Grapeseed oil will be good.
Yeah.
Something that takes a lot of good high temperatures.
Coconut. I'll go with coconut. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just going to use the same oil that I fried those shallots in.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Extra flavor. So apparently we're not using any flour to coat the fish. I thought we were going to use some. No.
Nope. You could.
Okay.
It'd be great.
Wow.
But when we fry catfish in the South, we use cornmeal.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was wondering what cornmeal really is. Like, how is it different from cornstarch?
It's much more coarse in texture, very coarse, like
breadcrumb.
Smaller than a breadcrumb.
Okay.
But like black pepper, maybe.
Okay.
You know, ground black pepper consistency, not the really fine stuff that you put in a shaker, but the little bit more coarser stuff.
I see. Okay. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna get some when I go to the US.
we grow a lot of corn here, so we have a lot of uses.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, my pan is very, very hot, smoking over here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna add some of this oil to it.
I only have one spatula to work with, so I'm like cleaning it every minute. Okay. We're going to pour in some oil. Yeah,
and I'm making sure to coat the entire bottom. It's not going to be a deep fry, but it's just going to be, enough to make sure that the fish isn't too dry.
Okay.
Okay. All right, and then I'm going to very, very, very carefully put my fish seasoning side down, the top side down into the pan.
Okay.
Very carefully. You don't want that oil to splash back on you.
Okay. We're still on high heat, right?
I'm sorry?
We are still on high heat.
Oh, yeah.
High heat, yeah. Ooh.
See. At this point, you could probably turn your heat down a little bit,
Yeah.
closer to
Okay.
medium high.
Mm-hmm.
As
Yeah,
long
I
as you
did.
make sure that the fish can still move around, it's definitely not stuck. Then you can turn your heat down just a little bit. Because we definitely want to make sure we can cook the fish all the way through without burning it.
Yeah. Okay.
So after about maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes,
Yeah.
you could flip the fish. I'm gonna leave it down just a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Then I'll bring
Okay,
the
I'm
pan
going to.
over here
Yeah.
so that you can see it.
Okay. It smells amazing.
Oh
Just
yeah.
in time for my lunch. Yay.
Okay, I flip my fish. I have got this really amazing. I got this really amazing blackened crust on it. You can see
Oh,
from
wow.
all
How
that
can it turn
spice, that
black?
black magic. It's
Oh,
got this
okay.
really beautiful crust on it.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, yeah. Mine is not gonna turn black unless we want to burn it.
No,
But you don't.
yours isn't going to quite turn that color, and that's okay. Yours is going to be much
Okay.
lighter.
Okay, I'm gonna flip it
Okay.
now. Mine is very light.
What's that? Yours is white.
Yeah, it's very light.
Okay, yeah,
I think I kind of burned like half of the skin. So,
and that's okay. And that's really okay.
yeah.
Like the gravy and the rice and everything like that. It's gonna really taste
Mm-hmm.
amazing.
Okay.
The important thing is that it doesn't stick.
Yeah. It was about to stick, like, yeah, I think half of it. Okay. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done here.
Okay, great. All right. Um, I'm gonna move my fish to a plate. Turn the skillet off.
Okay, shall we plate it now?
Yeah. Do you have do you use a lot of fresh herbs in your cooking?
Not really. We don't grow this kind of thing here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we have spices.
Mm-hmm.
We have everything to do with anything to do with coconut oil, coconut milk, coconut everything.
Yes.
Yeah, but not fresh herbs.
Okay.
What herbs do you have in mind?
Oh, you could really use an assortment. Green onion is classic with this. You could use parsley, chives,
Okay.
but I feel like with the coconut aspect, you could use some basil or mint, cilantro, things like that, and it
Okay.
would still taste really, really amazing.
Okay. I have basil flakes. I think, yeah, ground basil,
No,
parsley flakes,
what's that?
parsley flakes.
Well, you wouldn't want to use a dry herb. I was just talking in terms of fresh for garnish, really. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
no worries.
Let me find what I can get. Um, I thought I have spring onion, but um, daun bawang.
This rice smells so good.
Really, you
Mm.
should try it.
Oh, it tastes
Sounds good.
amazing too. Um, and it's probably not as pretty as yours. I'll tell you that. Mine is mine is a little clumpy.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's okay. It's your first try, and we're doing it live, so we have
but
so much distraction.
I bet with
Okay, I have spring
the
onion.
steamer,
I have
so good.
spring onion,
You found some?
and they're really thin.
Yeah,
Spring
perfect.
onion.
Perfect.
Okay.
I sliced mine really, really thin.
Okay. Let me slice. What plate are you using so I can
I'm
get?
using my camp plates. These are the plates that
Okay.
I do a lot of my food on when I camp. They're from this company called Bare Bones, and I really, really love them.
Okay. You camp a lot, don't you?
I do
Oh,
what?
okay, just
I camp a
you
lot.
camp. Yeah, you camp a lot.
I would love to camp way more than I actually get to. Let me tell you that.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, with
Yeah.
your work schedule and everything, I figure you can only do it on your off days.
Yeah. There's not
Mm-hmm.
a ton of off days these days.
Yeah, I see. Okay, but that's very exciting. I saw your photos, like how you cook in the outdoors. How do you manage to do that? Like, do you plan out your food, or do you bring them with you, or do you just buy them
well,
anywhere you can? Or
no,
yeah, do
so
you have your cookies?
a lot of
Yeah.
it's a lot of planning because you only can bring so much with you. If you're in a truck or a vehicle and you're traveling, you can only
Mm-hmm.
have so much room to pack into your cooler.
Yeah.
So sometimes it takes a good amount of planning. Now, if I was somewhere
Mm-hmm.
where I was finding I was on the road, but I was finding really great local ingredients and things like that, then I would let that
Okay.
sort of influence what I do, and I would work around that. But
Wow.
a lot of my
Mm-hmm.
meals are very pre-planned because I've got to pack
Yeah,
efficiently.
that's true. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's why, like, you have to bring the everything, like the color, everything, right?
Yeah,
It's not that easy, I know. Yeah, but your photos, they're amazing.
thank you.
They look so great, and it's like how you enjoy life. I mean, like you cook your own food, you're out in the wild, and then yeah, it just sounds very exciting
Yeah,
and yeah,
it is. It's a lot of fun.
adventurous.
Very relaxing.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So yeah, shall we do the plating now? Yeah.
sure.
So what do we do? Yeah.
Well, if I was plating this at the campsite or even at the restaurant, I would probably start with your beautiful rice on the bottom.
Oh, thanks. Okay. We start with rice. I really hope you enjoy it.
Oh, I am already. Trust me. I'm eating straight out of the pot because it's just me. Oh,
Okay. Okay, why don't you walk me through everything so I can just see how you do it
sure.
and
So
I'll get to it.
put the
Yeah,
rice in the
okay.
center of the plate, and then
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the catfish and I will put that directly on top.
Mm-hmm. Wow, looking great. Wow. Okay. Okay.
And now I'm going to take a ladle
Mm-hmm.
of my Creole tomato gravy. And the
Yep.
name of this dish is smothered catfish. So we're really going to kind of cover almost all of it with the gravy.
Okay.
Okay, and
Wow.
if some falls off the
Sounds
side,
really great.
that's totally fine. We are, like I said, we are smothering it.
Ooh. Let me see. Okay. Let me have a look.
So you can very see only a little bit of the catfish.
Wow. Nice.
Hmm?
It's called smothered catfish. Amazing. Ooh. Smells really great too.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
What is mine doing?
Love it.
Yay.
All right,
Thank
so now you've
you.
got your crispy shallots. We've got to put that on top now.
Yeah, okay.
Like all over, like
Thank
lots of
you.
them. That's so good, like all the
Oh,
textures, right?
wow. I hope they pair well together.
They will, I promise.
Yay!
All right.
Finally, we made it.
And then you've got your green onions, your spring onions,
Yeah, okay. The spring
okay,
onions.
on top there.
Okay. Wow. Yay.
Yay! And then like I said, I have a
Mhm.
lot of different fresh herbs. Some of these are coming from
Yeah.
one of my friends' gardens. I've got a little purple basil, all fresh.
Mm-hmm.
See how beautiful these leaves are.
Ah,
I've
yeah.
got
So beautiful.
some little like mustard flowers that you could put on there as
Okay.
well.
You can actually eat that. Is
Oh,
that edible?
absolutely, absolutely.
Wow.
On
Amazing.
there.
I think yeah, after this, I'm just going to go through my my fridge and see what I can come up with. I tell you, what I can come up with is just like the salad leaves. Yeah.
And now, pretty much everywhere, tomatoes and basil are, a very classic combination. I've got a little bit more. This is,
Mm-hmm.
I think, some Thai basil.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Wow.
smells so amazing.
Oh, okay. I have basil leaves, I think. I think I do, but I have to go through my fridge.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, you know how long I haven't been cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no. Yeah.
And then I've got just a little bit of parsley as well.
Okay.
Everything's coming from the garden.
Ooh, nice.
My friend has such a beautiful garden. So now I've got, I think it's very beautiful.
Wow, it's beautiful.
So.
Wow, it looks so good. It looks so good. Yeah, take a nice photo for me.
Okay, I will.
Yay.
But I'm gonna have to
Wow,
take a
that's
photo of the
beautiful.
other one because I want to eat this one.
Oh, okay. Do it. Yeah. You want to try it for me?
Yep.
Want to give it a try right now?
Oh, absolutely. I don't want to wait.
Okay.
I haven't eaten anything all day, so I'm ready.
Yeah, please do. Just go
And
ahead.
you know, with stacking everything, the rice and then the fish and then the sauce and then the shallots and herbs, you're gonna get everything in one bite.
Wow.
Mm.
Yay!
That is so good.
Oh, really? Do they pair well together?
Oh, yeah. That is
Wow,
awesome.
it's such a relief. Oh, wow. Yeah, I cannot wait to try mine. Yeah, you know, just honoring our Muslim friends. I am not tasting food during life on the fasting month, but I'll do it right away after this, of course, because I'm not fasting. So I'm gonna give you feedback right after I try. But that's amazing. Yeah.
It's really
so
awesome.
Pretty, and you just ruined it. Yay! Okay, so
Love the shallots on
thank you
it.
so much. Yeah, thank you so much again, Chef, for your time today, for making the time to hang with us. Really love to have you on, and really love to learn from you and to know about the history of the Southern cooking and everything. Yeah, and so thankful for all the viewers who have been tuning in, and yeah, you know, just hope to see you again.
No, absolutely. Stay in touch.
Anything you want to say to the audience before we leave?
Sure. Thank you, first of all, for tuning in. This has been a lot of fun. It went really, really smooth, and I'm grateful for that. You're such an awesome host, and you've been such a pleasure to work with. Thank you so much for, especially with being patient with me and my schedule.
No,
and if you want to
actually, it's the other way around. Yeah.
If you want to see more of my just food and adventures and recipes, you can go check out Overland Chef on Instagram.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, I tell you, if you haven't followed Overland Chef already by now, you've been missing out. Yeah. Okay. So thank you again, and I hope to see you soon.
Yeah.
Let's keep talking. Yeah, and keep in touch.
Thank you. I'm gonna keep eating
Bye,
because this
Chef.
is so good.
Oh yeah, please do.
All right.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.